Steve and Jill here.
Hi.
Welcome to the House Academy Show, entertaining real estate investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Pitala.
That's a mouthful. And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from sunny Southern California.
Today, Jill and I talk about wholesaling houses explained.
That was a lot.
This seems like such a basic topic. Like, you wholesale a house. You buy it for cheap, you sell it for more, and get out of there. Go do it again.
Do you even use this term when you describe yourself anymore? Because I stopped.
No, heck no.
Yeah, isn't that funny? I used to say it. It used to mean something. And it used to mean something good. And you know what? There's always one bad one that ruins it for the rest of us. I'm just kidding. But people have got confused by what wholesaling is. And then some people are, I think, not doing it right. And now we have to describe what we do a different way and let them run with that.
There's a lot of meat in these deals. And because of that, there's a lot of people who have no shame and no real respect for real estate or money and the process, and have come in and really, they haven't even put a dent in the industry, but they just get a lot of notoriety because they're not doing it responsibly. So here's a prelude to the rest of the show. What we really are acquisition experts for people who own a lot of property, whether they're landlords or house flippers or whatever.
Exactly.
So if you walk into any big company that's real estate driven, like a McDonald's or a banks, both bank branches, they have buildings or home builder buildings full of an acquisition staff that help them buy inexpensive property that fits their acquisition criteria. And I cut my teeth in that corporate environment, and now we do it for ourselves. So what the show really should be called is how to set up an outsourced acquisition department for landlords. But if we call it that, you will be the only person who's listening to the show.
Could you imagine? That'd be awesome. Hey, you got to check out the show. What's it called? It's great. It's a little hard to find. Because if you misspell one of the words, and there's a lot of them, you'll never find it.
Today's topic, house wholesaling explained. This is why you're listening. So what is this business of wholesaling houses? What are you guys really doing? You know, there's probably, if you've gotten to this episode of this show and you're a new listener, you've gotten so much conflicting information by now that I'm going to clarify it all in less than 12 minutes here.
Thank you.
Here's 3 ways to wholesale a house, or 3 types of businesses that theoretically fall under wholesaling. We explained it a little bit earlier. Number 1, you send a bunch of mail out, or you put bandit signs out, or however you establish an inbound flux of potential, lead pipeline, or whatever. There's lots of different words for it. You contact the seller. The seller does want to sell you his house or her house for $150,000. You know it's worth $200,000. So you have now 3 choices. Number 1, you can mark it up $10,000 and sell it to people that are in the market that are going to do something with it. They're going to sell it. They're going to clean it up, just like on HGTV, and retail it out with a real estate agent, and they're going to stage it and light some candles and bake some cookies and take it to the end.
And am I doing that as an assignment? How am I doing this?
Well, you have a couple choices there. That was number 1. And you're going to just get paid out of escrow. You're going to assign it to this person, the person on HGTV. They're going to pay you $10,000 on the buy side, and you're going to go on your merry way.
Am I getting I have some questions. Am I getting a purchase agreement that gives me equitable title?
You are getting a purchase agreement that is assignable to the HGTV person.
Thank you. Okay.
Second way is,
because I'm not representing anybody, I just want to make it real clear too.
Good.
Okay, thanks.
Second way is to buy the house.
Okay.
And you don't have too much talk about it with the seller. You say, I'm going to buy your house for $150,000. When you're done, you resell it to a group of people that you've already pre-established as credible buyers with money and cash, and they'll have their own team of probably inspectors and all kinds of stuff, professional real estate people. But you have the luxury of charging a little bit more than that because you're in control of the deal. Are we price gouging? No. But we control the deal, and these deals take slightly longer, but you're not gouging it to you're making more than 10 grand, let's say probably in a case like this, 25. And you're still well below what the house is worth. The third way is to institutionalize this like I alluded to in the beginning, where you're really truly acting as an acquisition arm for the HGTV people or the, Jill and I do a lot of land deals with like bank branches and stuff, where we're heading up their acquisition, the vanguard part of their acquisition deal. So we're really kind of a hybrid of the last two. But the confusion comes with this wholesaling business because we get there first and we have control of the deal, but we never gouge. We never ever gouge it. So this is wholesaling explained.
Yeah.
You can't price gouge because you got a great deal. You have to spread the fact that that's a great deal. Spread it out with your customers.
You have to, or you're not going to be doing this very long.
Yeah.
You won't have buyers. That's the whole point.
Right.
You could do a couple of them. It's very different here. And this is where you are a pro, Stephen. Stephen has taught me a lot about volume, and maximizing volume. And it's true. And this sings to me. I got to tell you, I love doing houses because in my heart, even with land, but in my heart, I want this guy to make more money. I mean, we're going to be best friends for life. He's calling me all the time. What do you have? What do you have? That's what you should have. And by just marking up a fair amount, and you know what? It's pretty much out there. Everybody can look up because we take total ownership. They can see what we bought it for. They can look up and see what we sold it for. Nobody's unhappy. Right. I did the hard work, by the way. I sent out the mail. I paid for the data. I paid for the mail. I talked to the seller. I've handed them a property on a silver platter because it's an investor to investor, by the way.
Yeah.
I did the hard work. So in their mind too, my 25 or whatever it is, little bit 1,000 profit on there is well worth it because it's still way below how they could have got it with a lot less hassle. And they're coming in and we get our deals done, in days, which is great. They come in cash. I've already got, the work done. I paid extra for a hold open policy with escrow, and it is quick.
So that's great, Steve. I'm just brand new at this, or I used to be a real estate agent, which means I failed as a real estate agent, and I don't have any money. I am forced to choose option one. I can send out mail. I'm happy to talk to the sellers, but I have to send it to the guy who's going to buy it and get paid out escrow 10% or $10,000 or whatever. No, you don't.
Right.
There's a ton of programs. Our House Academy group is packed full of people who just want to be money partners.
Yeah.
So in that example, what you do is this. You hold that purchase agreement for that $150,000 acquisition price. The property is worth $200,000 in its present condition. You talk to everybody on the House Academy forum,
in the deal board,
and a deal board,
you can find
and you say, "I've got this deal, and I'll split it with you."
Mm-hmm.
And so now you're splitting. You're buying the house. You're marking it up $20,000 or $30,000, calmly and collectively, and you're
in control.
Split it, yes, and you're not trying to hide stuff and dual escrow and all that. None of that. You're splitting a margin, probably making a little bit more money. And now the money guy is dying for more deals.
Mm-hmm.
Your buyer's dying for more deals.
You did all the work.
Yeah. Yeah. And this business of assigning these properties
because you don't have the
money. It's truly, you're doing it in haste.
Yeah.
You don't care about now because you're not buying it. You don't care about the inspection. In fact, you're going to fall. Your tendency will be to cover the inspection up.
Good point.
So all this stuff gets rushed,
and
it's wrong, and it's not professional, and this is what's giving wholesaling a bad name right now.
Right. You're not taking any of the risk. You're just quick, like you said, and I agree with that. I love the way you just explained it.
So that's wholesaling houses. That's how I explain it. I grew up in an environment, or cut my teeth professionally in a professional commercial real estate environment. And everybody was doing was dying for deals. And over decades, divided the system of having a jam-packed pipeline full of transactions so you can pick the best ones.
Right.
And pick the most willing seller and end up with a deal. Here's the end game on the whole thing, where everybody wins.
Yep.
You win, the financial guy wins, the buyer wins, and the end users got lit candles in their bathroom when they're done.
And a chandelier.
And a chandelier in their bathroom. Jill puts chandeliers in bathrooms.
When we've done that.
Need to send out a few thousand offers to property owners like us? Check out offers2owners.com. So it's offers2owners.com. No setup fees, free mail merge, exceptional service, and now including just released for everyone, concierge data and pricing. It's awesome. Give Offers to Owners a call today.
We are
Steve and
Jill.
Jill. Information
And inspiration
to buy undervalued property.